Hey, good afternoon. This is Ken Jolliffe with BIS Commodities here in Cedar Rapids, Iowa, looking at your market summary for the week of April 17th. Pretty much summarized the market as a whole lot of nothing here this week when we look at the grains. Corn market rallied here on Friday to close the week up a couple of cents. Soybean market had a short covering rally. We closed up about 16 cents for the week. And the wheat market, once again, was down another 32 cents. To break it down, take a look at the corn market quickly here. A little bit of a short covering rally towards the tail end of the week. The two main storylines for this week is, one, the export market has continued to be very slow. Export sales of corn this week at 23 million. While it was a number that was somewhat expected within the trade, when you take a look at what is projected for our annual needs, we need to bump these numbers up to about 30 to 33 million bushels per week as we move forward. The domestic market continues to be strong with the farmer busy in the fields preparation right now. You take a look at the corn cash basis across much of the corn belt. Particularly here in eastern Iowa, we're trading about 15 over the May. Central Iowa is about option the May. Seriously, I think we need to take a look at these type of numbers. Granted, we're busy in the fields, but there is corn to be priced in probably country elevators, commercial storage, whatnot, or maybe we could move some to town to take a look at these, as the corn stocks are going to be huge as we move into the mid to latter part of this summer. So, again, let's take a look at these strong basis levels and maybe move some cash corn just because of those levels, not particularly because of the futures price being something that we're really turned on about for right now. The other storyline naturally is the planting progress. I think we're probably moving farther along here west of the Mississippi River, than we are nationally, maybe east and of course in the deep south. Some of the conditions are some of the best we've seen in quite some years out across central Iowa, northwest Iowa, probably up into the Dakotas. Corn planters started running mid this week and probably will continue to run up until the forecasted rain is to move through here sometime late Saturday into Sunday. Looking at the planting progress report that will be coming forward in front of us on Monday, one could throw out some numbers that we could be somewhere between 12 and say 18% done in the U.S., and this compares to being just 2% done in report as of last week. So the wheat market down about 30 cents on the week here. We saw some good rains come across parts of the dry plains, the Oklahoma Panhandle, parts of Kansas caught some rains earlier this week, and again here in the latter part of the week there were some good rains that moved through there. Wheat conditions should improve as we see this report again Monday afternoon. Export sales side, virtually nothing. We are still uncompetitive in the wheat market. There's still strong supplies of wheat coming out of Ukraine and the Black Sea area. So it's going to be really tough to rally this market. The funds are short this market, somewhere 70 to 80,000 contracts at this particular time, and it doesn't seem like we want to come up with anything friendly to scare those out of the shorts here for right now. So really the only thing to look forward to probably in the wheat market is just the possibility of us not being able to pressure it much lower because of all of the bearish news we've thrown at it. Thus we could maybe see some of these funds come in and cover some of the short positions in the weeks ahead, but rallies are going to be capped because of our conditions being better and the availability of wheat around the world. The soybean market this week, we bounced back off the lows of last week. We approached 6-month lows during that particular time frame. Saw some short covering this week. We did have the NOPA crush report come out on Wednesday that was quite strong. Some record crush, domestically for around 162 million bushels. The export sales report on Thursday morning showed that 11.5 million bushels of beans sold last week, which was above what the trade was expecting, and we should see that number dwindle down Interesting to look at the nominations of boats being loaded into U.S. ports, and we have nothing nominated to go to China here right now. So they have picked up all their U.S. origin beans. They continue to source beans out of South America. We did see their crush margins improve a little bit, thus we saw their market rally some this week that helped us produce some type of short covering here. So cash bean market once again is firm. You know, the processor is profitable with the meal basis where it is. It's also profitable, you know, with the the slow farmer marketing here at this particular time. So you can take a look at the bean cash side of things, very similar to what you do with the corn. You know, with some basis push here right now. If you got some beans to move, let's get them moved, you know, as we go forward. As we take a look at going into next week, we're going to continue to look at this planning pace, continue to look at see what the weather does here across the belt. So far, it looks very favorable for, you know, much of what we would consider the upper Midwest. The south and southeast Ohio River valleys will continue to be wet. Temperatures will cool down next week, and we could see some below normal temperatures, you know, taking us back down into the middle 50s rather than the roughly 80 degrees we're seeing here in Cedar Rapids this afternoon. Livestock market, we saw some softness in the hogs this week after a strong recovery in the futures market there in prior weeks. We did see those back off a little bit. Cash market has just somewhat held steady for now. There is plenty of pork available. I think some of the softness from the hogs probably came from the continued storyline of the bird flu, as we've seen that spread across much of the Midwest sector of the United States here. Cattle market is one of these that, hey, look what I did now. After trading back up to levels close to where we were a week ago, Wednesday and Thursday, we came in this morning with a slightly higher futures market. Then we saw the cash cattle trade, you know, soften some. Thus, the sellers came in, and at the close today, we had the feeder market down the limit and the fat market down the limit. So here again, I think we are increasing supplies of meat, and you can also maybe blame a little bit this on the bird flu, where consumers are somewhat you know, cautious of what they want to do moving ahead here right now. So here again, have yourself a good, safe weekend. We know many of you are out into the fields, either doing preparation or planning. We'll look forward to talking with you next week and see how things go along.